Before the episode begins, let's take a moment. Bringing these episodes to you takes a lot of effort. Planning, writing, editing, imagining every scene, every joke, every comfy moment. So if you're watching this right now, do me a favor and press that like button. Let's hit the goal of 5,550 likes together. And don't just stop there. Drop a comment as well. I genuinely want to know how old you are and which country you're watching from. It really helps the channel grow, and it motivates me to keep bringing you more episodes like this. All right, with that said, let's start the video. This episode starts exactly where the last one ended, with the comfy, warm atmosphere still wrapping everyone like a soft blanket. The campfire crackles gently, the monsters are relaxed, and for once the tower doesn't feel like a death trap. It feels like home, and right at the center of it all, Baby Bear finally gets what he's been waiting for with the patience of a saint and the hunger of a beast, his rice cake. Baby Bear proudly holds the rice cake stick in his paw like it's some legendary artifact. He brings it close to his mouth and takes a huge bite, only for his entire head to snap backward from how chewy it is. The rice cake stretches insanely, refusing to let go, becoming long and elastic like it has its own will. Baby Bear chews with all his might, eyes sparkling, face serious, like he's locked in battle with a boss monster made of mochi. Even then, the rice cake keeps stretching, and Baby Bear looks like he's being attacked by delicious white rubber straight from another dimension. And he's not alone. The wife rabbit and husband rabbit are happily chewing their rice cakes too, enjoying every bite like it's a family picnic. The baby rabbits surround their mom, tugging at her sleeves and ears, begging her to taste it again, shouting excitedly like they just discovered fire. "Mom, eat it! Eat it again!" Their cheeks are puffed, ears twitching, and their tiny worlds now revolve entirely around this mysterious white food. On the side, Golden Bat watches all of this with wide, shining eyes. He's incredibly happy just seeing everyone enjoy the rice cake. His small body leans forward unconsciously, curiosity written all over his face. He wants to eat it too. Seeing this, the mom rabbit gently shares her rice cake with him. Golden Bat freezes for a moment, stunned by the kindness, and then his face lights up. At that exact moment, Golden Bat silently decides that the mom rabbit is his mom now. Adoption complete. No forms required. Now the focus shifts to Seo Jun. Baby Bear excitedly turns toward Seo Jun, still chewing, and says with pure joy, "Dad, this is the first time I'm eating something like this. It's so chewy and really delicious." The leader of the raccoon nods in agreement, saying the texture is chewy, tasty, and it even has a slight natural sweetness. Everything feels perfect. Warm food, happy monsters, cozy vibes, a peaceful slice-of-life moment right in the middle of a brutal tower. But then, Seo Jun does something dangerous. Seo Jun calmly reaches into his inventory and takes out a jar filled with honey. The moment the jar appears, Baby Bear's expression changes instantly. His eyes widen, his mouth slowly opens, his soul feels a disturbance. Not danger, desire. Baby Bear realizes exactly what Seo Jun is about to do, and he stares like he's witnessing forbidden knowledge. Meanwhile, Mom Rabbit is still sharing with Golden Bat, who's smiling so hard his cheeks might split. Pure happiness everywhere. Baby Bear looks at Seo Jun in shock and asks, "Dad, could it be, are you thinking of that thing?" Dangerous, knowing smile, the smile of a man who understands food synergy. He tells Baby Bear that yes, he's thinking exactly what Baby Bear thinks he's thinking. Seo Jun slowly opens the jar of honey. The lid twists off with a soft sound, and instantly, a rich, sweet aroma spreads through the air like a warm spell. Seo Jun dips his white rice cake stick into the honey and spins it slowly, coating it perfectly. Thick golden honey spreads over the rice cake like liquid gold armor. The raccoons freeze in shock. Their eyes sparkle with confusion and greed. What is this golden liquid? Why does it smell so sweet and strange at the same time? Seo Jun lifts the honey-coated rice cake, and when the sunlight hits it, it sparkles like a legendary item pulled from a gacha. Seo Jun raises it confidently and says, "If you didn't eat rice cake with honey, then what rice cake did you even eat?" The leader of the raccoon is left completely speechless, mouth hanging open. His nose catches that strange, sweet scent coming from the jar, and his brain begins to short-circuit. Baby Bear's mouth is open too, eyes glued to the honey like it's divine revelation. Golden Bat stares in awe, as if witnessing magic. Even Mom Rabbit's ears tilt forward instinctively. Seo Jun finally brings the honey rice cake to his mouth. He closes his eyes and takes a dramatic bite. Crunch, chew, and the moment he tastes it, it's over. Seo Jun's expression changes completely. That sweetness, that was what the rice cake was missing. His shoulders relax, his body sways, and he starts chewing like he's experiencing enlightenment. Seo-jun even starts moving a little, almost dancing because it's that delicious. The food hit him straight in the soul, and the moment Seo-jun eats like that, everything changes. Baby Bear stops chewing his normal rice cake. His mouth starts watering a lot. Mom Rabbit's mouth waters too. Golden Bat just keeps his mouth open, staring like he's seen a miracle from the heavens. Seeing their reactions, Seo-jun casually lifts the honey jar and says, "If you want, dip yours in the golden liquid." Baby Bear instantly dips his rice cake into the honey like it's a survival instinct. Honey coats it thickly, dripping slowly. Then Mom Rabbit dips hers too, slightly shy but clearly excited. The rice cake sparkles again like it gained a buff. At that moment, the leader of the raccoon approaches carefully, acting like a polite customer in a shop. He respectfully asks Seo-jun if he can ask a question. Seo-jun allows it. The raccoon leader asks, "What is this golden liquid?" He has never seen anything like it in his life. Seo-jun proudly explains that it's called honey, a sweet liquid bees collect from flowers. Then he calmly offers it and asks if the raccoons want to taste it too. Instantly, every raccoon's eyes light up with a dangerous sparkle, like they just discovered a new addiction. Now it's Mom Rabbit's turn. She takes a bite of the honeyed rice cake and instantly freezes. Her eyes widen, her body relaxes, and she lets out a small sound that clearly says she reached heaven. Golden Bat watches in awe. Baby Bear is still holding his honey rice cake, about to take his first bite. Seeing Mom Rabbit so happy makes Baby Bear even happier. His ears twitch. His eyes sparkle, his mouth opens wide. Then the raccoon leader steps forward, nervous but determined. He carefully takes a tiny bit of honey onto his paw. He stares at the sticky golden liquid for a long moment. The smell is sweet, fragrant, irresistible. He gulps and finally licks it. The moment the honey touches his tongue, it's Jover. His eyes go wide, and his mouth stays open, and his soul leaves his body. He feels like he's floating in the air, drifting into another universe. He's no longer in the swamp. He's no longer in the tower. He's gone, completely gone. And when he finally comes back to reality, we see him lying on the ground, hands and legs twitching. He mutters that he was floating, and now he's on the ground. How? This thing is strange, but incredibly delicious. If this golden liquid is honey, then he needs more. How can something be this sweet, this fragrant, this perfect? Hearing this, Seo-jun gives a slow, dangerous smirk, a businessman's smirk. And everyone knows Seo-jun does not miss a business opportunity. The raccoon leader stands up shakily, still amazed, and tells Seo-jun that rice cake with honey would taste heavenly because rice cake alone isn't sweet enough. He asks respectfully if Seo-jun would give them more honey so they can dip their rice cakes again. Seo-jun listens carefully. Seo-jun says nothing. He just stands there, honey jar in hand. Then he smiles. That smile. This was all part of Seo-jun's plan. He could have eaten honey rice cake privately inside his cave, easily, but he didn't. He brought the honey here. He showed it. He let them smell it, taste it, get hooked. This wasn't an accident. It was marketing. And then Seo-jun refuses to give them honey. Instant sadness. All the raccoons' faces drop. Their joy disappears. And honestly, it hurts to watch. They just wanted honey rice cake. But Seo-jun sometimes does very rude and very wrong things to make money. Anyway, back to the story. Seo-jun activates his Oscar-level acting. He holds the jar like a holy relic and says honey is extremely rare. He says it takes hundreds of days to make just that amount. He talks about carefully raising bees, providing high-quality flowers, and risking his life getting stung by poisonous bees. He calls honey a mythical, legendary item. He says he can't just give it away for normal rice cake, and definitely not for free. Baby Bear listens, confused, because Baby Bear knows the truth. The bees give honey for free. There is so much honey in the warehouse it might go bad. Baby Bear is about to expose everything, opening his mouth to say they're drowning in honey. But before he can finish, Seo-jun shoves a honey-covered rice cake straight onto Baby Bear's face. Baby Bear bites instinctively. Then Seo-jun does it again, another honey rice cake attack. Baby Bear's cheeks puff out, eyes sparkle, brain shuts down completely. He can't speak anymore. He just enjoys it. Baby Bear now has one honey rice cake in his paw and another in his face. He starts dancing, swinging around, screaming that it's so delicious. Seo-jun exhales deeply in relief. His plan was this close to collapsing. He straightens up, returns to the conversation like nothing happened, and prepares to continue his business plan, because the raccoons are still watching. And just like that, honey officially becomes the most dangerous currency in the tower. Now the real problem begins, because Seojun already bought all the rice cakes from the raccoon people. He didn't just buy a few, he basically cleaned out their entire stock, which means the raccoon people already sold their rice cakes. And now, after tasting honey, they suddenly realize the truth of the universe. Rice cake without honey is like a sword without a blade. It works, but why suffer? So now, if the raccoon people want to taste rice cake with honey properly, they have to buy rice cake again from Seojun. And yeah, that's another problem. Because it's one thing to discover heaven, it's another thing to pay for heaven twice. Seojun stands there with that harmless smile, the honey jar gleaming like a cursed treasure, and he asks innocently, "So, will you raccoon people take back the rice cakes returned from your customers?" The raccoons freeze. Their eyes shift left and right. Their brains start processing. Returned rice cakes? Customer returns? Refunds? Their whole merchant souls begin sweating. They don't know what to do. Seojun sees their confusion, and like a true businessman who smells blood in the water, he presents an offer. Seojun says that if the raccoon people have something special to trade, then he will trade both the rice cake and the legendary mythical honey with them. The moment he says legendary mythical honey, the raccoons collectively swallow, hard. Their throats move like synchronized puppets. Then, complete silence. The raccoons look like they just got offered a deal with the devil, except this devil has onion farms and a smiling face. The leader of the raccoon people looks at the other members. They start communicating through telepathy, staring at each other like they're in an emergency board meeting. Their expressions change every second. Panic, hope, greed, panic again, like their brains are running a slideshow of possible future disasters. What do we trade? Do we even have anything worth honey? Is honey even legal? Will our children forgive us if we come home without honey? They stand there thinking for a while, their tails stiff, their tiny raccoon hands trembling. A little time passes, and the scene shifts. We see the leader of the raccoon people returning, but now he's bringing a big cart. His family members are dragging it together, huffing and puffing, like they're pulling a treasure wagon. On the cart are many pots, big, heavy pots. And normally when you see pots like that, alcohol is involved. And yes, as we all suspected, a raccoon opens one of the pots and takes out a white sticky liquid. And I know what you're thinking. But this is definitely not that thing. The raccoon pours the white sticky liquid into a bucket, and while doing that, the leader of the raccoon proudly announces, "This white sticky liquid is the pride of our race." He presents it like it's a sacred artifact. Then he holds the bucket up towards Seojun with the pride of a king offering tribute. Seojun immediately recognizes the smell, and his mouth opens, because this smell is his favorite thing. And again, I'm telling you, this is definitely not what you're thinking. Seojun smells it but doesn't let it touch his face because this is nothing but alcohol. The moment the word alcohol is said, Baby Bear's face becomes confused. Alcohol? What is alcohol? Baby Bear says it innocently, like a child asking what taxes are. Meanwhile, in Seojun's eyes, this white liquid looks like a heavenly thing, because it's alcohol made from rice. Seojun hasn't eaten rice for so many months, and now, in front of him, is rice alcohol. Seojun stares at the bucket like he's staring at his long-lost soulmate. Seojun thinks, "These people even sell alcohol?" His chest tightens with emotion, but then he calms down instantly. He clears his throat, forces his face into neutral mode, and hides his excitement like a professional. But the leader of the raccoon sees Seojun's disappointed face, because Seojun is trying too hard to act normal, and the raccoon leader becomes tense, asking nervously if Seojun doesn't like it. The raccoon leader quickly explains again that maybe Seojun won't like this thing, but it is genuinely delicious and addictive. Once Seojun drinks it, he won't be able to stop. It's a mysterious beverage made from their own secret recipe, and in the entire tower. Seojun won't find this anywhere else. The raccoon leader is basically giving an alcohol advertisement with full confidence. But then Seojun gives a confident smile and says the words that destroy the raccoon's souls. Seojun says he knows everything about this white liquid. He calmly explains it's alcohol made from yeast and fermented rice. The moment Seojun says that, all the raccoon's parrots fly away. They get shocked. Their feet scratch the ground in panic. Their bodies stiffen. Their minds explode with questions. How does Seojun know their secret recipe? How does he know? Seojun is not a normal customer. He's not a normal human. Does he read minds? Who is he? The raccoons look like they're about to start praying. Seojun continues with a smiling, smirking expression and says his honey is very rare. It comes only from honeybees, which are only with Seojun, and their alcohol can only be made from rice and fermented yeast, which Seojun can also make. So, according to Seojun, this is not a profitable trade. Seojun doesn't think he should exchange mythical honey for this white liquid. The raccoons' faces are worth seeing. They become sad instantly, disheartened, like their dreams got stabbed. They sit on the ground with their heads bowed. The leader's face falls completely. He genuinely wanted to taste honey again. He wanted to go home and feed that golden liquid to his children like a hero. And now, he's almost about to cry. The raccoons look like a tragic drama scene, except they're raccoons and the tragedy is dessert. Seojun looks at their sad faces, and for a moment, even he feels a little bad. The comfy vibe returns, softening his expression. And finally, Seojun sighs and says that looking at their sad faces is making him feel bad. So he's ready to do this losing trade. Seojun says he will trade 1 jar of honey for 1 jar of alcohol, and Baby Bear, the future businessman, watches this with wide eyes. His brain is working. He's thinking, Dad just traded a normal honey, which is abundant in our cave, for alcohol, which is rare for Dad. Baby Bear is silently realizing that Seojun is either a genius businessman or a demon in human form, probably both. Seojun shakes hands with the leader of the raccoon and completes the trade. The raccoon leader becomes extremely happy, smiling so widely that his cheeks lift like a balloon. Seojun is also happy because he just got alcohol in exchange for honey, and from his perspective, that's a very profitable emotional trade, even if it's bad business on paper. The scene shifts again. Finally, the raccoon people get their own rice cake and the honey jar. One raccoon holds the jar like it's a newborn baby, dips rice cake into it, and stares with sparkling eyes, like a newborn staring at milk. As soon as the raccoons take a bite, they reach heaven. Their souls leave their bodies and go to another world. They start floating in the air like they're weightless. They feel like they took drugs, but it's just rice and honey. They stop feeling sad. They stop feeling pain. They start saying it's the best combination ever. But then the narration hits a terrifying truth. This combination is also very dangerous because they can't stop eating it. If this continues, their entire raccoon species will become pandas in a few years. And honestly, that's not even a joke. They'll roll instead of walk. Now we return to Seojun. The leader of the raccoon approaches again with a bucket of alcohol and politely asks, "Customer, would you like a cup too?" Seojun smiles and says, "Don't you think it would be absolutely crazy if this alcohol could be eaten with grilled rice cake?" The raccoon leader agrees immediately, nodding like he just got introduced to a new religion. Seojun says it's been so long since he ate alcohol and rice cake together, and this is the best combination. Seojun takes the white liquid into his cup and is about to take a sip. But then Baby Bear comes running from behind, screaming, "Daddy, give me some too!" Baby Bear says he also wants to taste this white liquid because looking at Seojun's face, it seems even more delicious than rice cake. Seojun pauses and directly refuses. He says alcohol is for adults. When Baby Bear grows up, he will give Baby Bear alcohol to drink. Baby Bear makes a sad face, an adorable sad face, like a child who got denied candy. Seojun quickly adds that there's no need to be sad, because when they go back to the cave, Seojun will grill rice cake and eat it with honey, and that will be way more delicious. Seojun also lies, gently, saying the white liquid isn't even that tasty. In fact, it's bitter. Only adults like it. Baby Bear won't like it. Seojun says all this just so Baby Bear doesn't feel bad. But before Seojun can take even one sip, a terrifying roar explodes from behind. A deep, threatening voice says, "Did someone say alcohol?" Seojun turns back, and the entire atmosphere shifts instantly. Darkness spreads over them like a shadow. With a massive bang, a heavy object lands on the ground. The rocks crack, the ground shakes. The impact is so strong that everyone loses balance. The raccoons almost fall over. Some of them stumble backward, shaking like leaves. Their faces are worth seeing. Their eyes widen. They recognize the aura. They recognize the presence. A great black dragon, it's Kaiser. The raccoons become so scared they start jumping. They genuinely think they're about to die. In their minds, they're already saying goodbye to their families. Meanwhile, Seojun is confused. What the hell is Kaiser doing here? But Baby Bear? Baby Bear is excited to see Kaiser like it's a reunion with a crazy uncle. Kaiser asks again, "Did someone say alcohol?" Seojun stands there holding a bowl of alcohol and points toward the raccoons, explaining that he was just trading alcohol with them. This is their specialty. They're a merchant group that came to the tower to sell goods. Even after hearing Seo-jun's explanation, the raccoons are still trembling. They look like if Kaiser breathes too hard, they'll faint. Kaiser then smiles and says something unexpected. He says these raccoons are from the Golden Tower. Seo-jun doesn't understand what a Golden Tower is. Seo-jun thought all the raccoons were from this tower. But then, it's revealed. These raccoons are not from this tower. They came from another tower. They are merchants, but they don't have a license. That's why Seo-jun couldn't recognize them. They are from a different tower, and merchants of the Golden Tower don't have a license. The raccoons panic and beg Kaiser, the administrator of this tower, to forgive them. They say they didn't come to commit a crime. Kaiser asks what they came for, and then he answers in a polite tone that they don't need to be afraid. The master of the Golden Tower is an old friend of Kaiser. In fact, they are drinking buddies. Very good old friends. So if these raccoons came from the Golden Tower, Kaiser trusts them 100%. Whoever they are selling to, Kaiser has no problem. The raccoons almost cry from relief. And then, because raccoons have zero survival instincts when alcohol is involved, 2 raccoons step forward, bring a big pot of alcohol, and offer it to Kaiser like nothing happened. They ask if Kaiser wants to sit and drink. Kaiser's eyes shine. He looks extremely happy. Then he turns to Seo-jun, pauses, and immediately understands what's going on here. Kaiser walks to Seo-jun and tells him that Seo-jun is doing a very good job as a mid-level manager. Kaiser says he doesn't even remember when the last Golden Festival was held, and only during that festival do these raccoons come to his tower from the Golden Tower. If Seo-jun wasn't here, the Golden Festival would never have happened. And honestly, guys, Kaiser and the Great Black Dragons are genuinely very bad managers. Before Seo-jun came here, the tower was full of crime and scams. It was Seo-jun who came and solved everything. Back to the story. Kaiser becomes super happy, shouts, "Hooray!" to the raccoons, thanks them, and says now they should have a drink and a feast. Kaiser takes the thick white liquid in his huge pot. Seo-jun feels a little weird, holding his small cup next to Kaiser's giant pot like a kid holding milk beside a water tank. Kaiser raises his pot and comes to Seo-jun for a toast. Kaiser says, "For the Great Black Dragon Tower! For the Black Tower!" They cheer, and at that exact moment, a notification comes. It's Ailen. Ailen's voice appears, calling Kaiser grandfather. The moment Kaiser hears her voice, he freezes mid-toast like he got caught stealing cookies. Ailen is furious. Her voice is full of anger as she asks if she sent Kaiser to do secret work and instead he's drinking. She asks if he's going to break her promise again. Kaiser's face turns nervous instantly. He starts apologizing rapidly and tries to make excuses. He says there's nothing like that. He was just thirsty. He only stopped to calm his throat. Blah, blah, blah. Excuses pouring out like cheap soup. Ailen becomes even more frustrated. The whole scene looks like Ailen is the mother, and Kaiser is her 2-year-old son who grabbed the wrong thing at the supermarket. Ailen finally says, forget it, she will do it herself. She says she is disappointed in her grandfather. Hearing that, Kaiser panics even more, apologizing again, promising he will fly away right now and complete all his work, begging her not to block him again. And Seo-jun watches all of this from behind, completely confused. There is alcohol in front of him. He loves it, but he can't drink it because right now, he's just a spectator in the world's most chaotic family drama. The very next moment, we see Kaiser panic hard. The old dragon snaps his head towards Seo-jun like he just remembered he left the stove on in another universe. He hurriedly calls out to Seo-jun and tells him, very seriously, that he will consume alcohol some other day. Not today. Not now. Not with Ailen watching like an angry mother catching her toddler with candy. Seo-jun instantly understands what Kaiser is doing. He nods respectfully and tells him to have a safe trip. Seo-jun says he will make sure to save the alcohol for Sir Kaiser. Kaiser's eyes soften for a second, because deep inside, even a terrifying great black dragon is still just an old man who likes drinking with friends. And hearing Seo-jun promise to save the alcohol, Kaiser becomes genuinely happy. But then something even bigger happens. Kaiser says that he is also happy because he has completed the task of saving Seo-jun. He looks proud, like he just finished a heroic mission. And in fact, Kaiser accepts Seo-jun as his son-in-law. Yes, son-in-law. Kaiser says it like it's completely normal, like this is a casual family announcement and not a world-shaking revelation. Kaiser declares that Seo-jun is really the best. Seo-jun just stands there, blinking, trying to process what kind of family meeting this tower has become. Then Kaiser spreads his wings and flies away, and holy hell! Kaiser's flying force is so strong that the entire area gets blasted like a hurricane. The wind pressure is insane. Everyone almost gets launched out of their seats. Seo-jun stays standing because he has become strong. Thank you, unbreakable body. So he doesn't move much. But Baby Bear? Baby Bear's leg literally flies up into the air like a cartoon. One raccoon slips and falls on the ground. The other raccoons stumble backward, about to topple over like bowling pins. Rice cakes wobble, honey jars shake. It's chaos for 2 seconds, like a natural disaster caused by a dramatic grandpa. And the moment Kaiser disappears, the raccoon leader collapses. Straight up shows the unconscious status effect. The raccoon leader faints on the spot like his soul finally accepted the trauma. The other raccoons breathe a huge sigh of relief. One raccoon says he thought his heart would jump out of his body and run away. Another raccoon says he never expected to meet the leader and administrator of this tower in person. They genuinely didn't know Seo-jun is the mid-level manager of this tower either. Their eyes keep shifting towards Seo-jun like he suddenly turned into a boss character they shouldn't have messed with. They look terrified, and also a little impressed, and mostly confused, like, why is this guy both farmer and manager and honey dealer? Seo-jun clears his throat and tells the raccoons to calm down and continue their trade. He says the festival vibe should not stop just because a dragon did a flyby and almost launched everyone into orbit. Seo-jun tells them he wants to buy something more. The raccoons freeze again, because now they don't know if they should treat Seo-jun like a customer or salute him like a commander. Seo-jun asks them directly if they want to sell. The raccoon leader finally comes back to his senses, blinking rapidly, and listens to Seo-jun. Seo-jun then says something that surprises them even more. Seo-jun says he does not want more alcohol. He wants something else. Seo-jun says he wants to know everything about the Golden Tower, where it is, what kind of place it is, how their merchants travel between towers, what festivals they hold, why they don't have licenses, how the trading system works. Seo-jun's eyes narrow slightly, not in a scary way, but in a business way. Because Seo-jun isn't asking out of curiosity. He's asking because information is profit. Seo-jun tells them he wants to give all this information to the people outside the tower. In return, he will give 10 extra honey to the raccoons. The moment the raccoons hear 10 extra honey, their expressions change instantly. Fear gets replaced by sparkle. Their pupils turn into honey jars, their ears perk, their tails stiffen, their bodies lean forward like hungry sharks who smelled blood, except the blood is sweet and golden. The raccoon leader swallows hard, still shaken, but now motivated like his life depends on it. Because let's be real, after tasting honey, this is no longer business. This is survival. And with that, this episode ends here. In this episode, we got to see a lot of information, and the story is getting more and more interesting. So don't forget to complete the aim of 5,550 likes. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Comment your favorite part in the comment section. And if you want me to continue the series like this, then see you in our next video. Till then, goodbye!